This stalking has never stopped.
I put a GPS tracking device in her car, and I would hide it, so if she was traveling with a friend, I would be able to listen to their conversations, and I would know the exact location of the car. I spoke to a magistrate, and legally there is no stalking law against a husband.
He's having teenage boys follow me to and from work with binoculars. He shuts off my alarm so I don't go to work.
I've broken into her MySpace page so that I could see what she's emailing to people.
He puts notes on people's cars that said, "Stay away from my wife."
I have pretended to be other friends of hers to set traps for her.
Shows up at people's houses. He gets aerial photos of people's houses.
I delivered flowers to Jennifer's work before she got there so that I could root through Jennifer's desk and try to find out more information. When I married her, I was expecting till death do us part.
I know I'm obsessed with Jennifer, and my goal is to stay married.
Is it too late? Has he burned the bridges here to the point that there's not anything he can do?
I think it's pretty close to the end, yeah.
You got affidavits substantiating his controlling, harassing, stalking behavior.
He got into them and he threw them away.
You're just going to have to explain to me why you've been doing this for so many years.
The closer I get to leaving him, the crazier it gets. Jeffrey locked me in the basement. I was pounding on the door and saying, "Let me out of the basement." And he was telling my kids, "Mommy's crazy right now, and we just need to keep her down there until she calms down."
What gives you the right to imprison your wife in the basement?
Until I'm doing it, it seems very unreasonable, and then when I'm in the midst of it, it is what it is, and then it's over, and I know that I'm going to be in trouble for it.
You've cut off her financial resources so she can't escape. You sold all of her jewelry so she has no access to quick cash. Got her fired from her job. Earlier, Jeffrey came clean about some of the things that she doesn't even know yet.
Jennifer doesn't know I'd come over and turn the heat up excessively high, because if it was really warm in here, then she wouldn't have covers on and I would get to be able to obsessively stare at how beautiful she was. Jennifer doesn't know about the fake vasectomy. I made an incision to make it look like I had a vasectomy.
Is there any boundary you won't cross? In your efforts to control her and reassure yourself, is there any boundary that you've gotten to and said, I won't go there?
Yes.
And?
I would never raise a hand to her or harm her in any way. And I know that she has told police that she's scared for her life, and I am sure that I would not do it. I want to be married forever. I would never do anything to harm that.
Okay, you see, that was a compound sentence.
I understand.
Okay?
I want to be married to her. And
What you said was, I would never raise a hand to her or harm her in any way.
Yes.
Okay, that's two separate thoughts.
Okay.
You maybe have not raised a hand to her, but do you honestly think you have not harmed her?
I would never harm her physically.
Do you think you have harmed her?
Yes, I have harmed her emotionally, mentally,
You know what she
everything.
said?
Yes.
You know what she said? She said, I almost wish he would just punch me out and be done with it, because this just keeps on hurting, and at least that would be over quick.
Yes, she said that before.
Isn't that what you said?
Yeah. Because at least it would be done. I mean, I'm not saying that it would be right, you know. I'm not saying that, you know, to belittle any woman that has been beat, but at least they get punched and then it's done. This is 24/7. I walk on eggshells because I don't know what he's gonna do. And it just doesn't just affect me. It affects my kids. It affects my mother, my friends, my coworkers. It affects everyone in my life. And so every decision that I make affects numerous people around me.
And how old were you when you got married?
19.
And you were?
29, turning 30.
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.